over other options. There's quite a lot to go before.
There's an interesting factor, Duncan, when he goes out on a national agenda and he actually says, I preferred North Head. To actually go out on a national, media and to actually make that statement is more or less declaring what his intentions are. And it's providing an impression on the rest of the Australian public that he is solely looking at North Head. If he had said, we are considering the 4 options. If he had said we are
well, he did. Just as you know, the press pick up things.
Well, I also.
What he said is he had read the report.
What about compulsory acquisition?
But the report says that North Head is the most suitable site.
Well, that's what he said.
No,
it does.
You read the report.
I've read the report on all the sites.
Why then, Duncan?
Well, from one aspect, it's from a technical aspect, North Head's a good site. But there's a lot of other issues, like the issues you're just talking about, the community and so on, that have to yet be assessed. That's sort of the next phase.
And I think it would have been more acceptable for him to at least say, look, we're not going to identify any particular location until we feel as if we've properly identified the appropriate place and we've done the
Well, he did say in that meeting that he believed in appropriate planning and all those issues. It's just that it wasn't highlighted. It was kind of
if that's the case, Duncan, I'm sorry, but if that's the case, why are you coming into the community expecting to engage in discussions with people without a governance structure to actually better represent them? Why are you coming into our community wanting to engage in discussions with people who represent this area, but you could be automatically creating a conflict of interest? You could automatically be inviting and talking to the wrong people, and you might not even have the consent of the actual wider association body.
Sure.
And you haven't been given consent by the associated body to actually come within this area and to actually speak to people. So how can we honestly take the state government's attitude? Well, that's right.
And you're using that to your advantage.
Right.
Is that correct?
You need to at least. But
you're using that to your advantage.
We need, we need to take that into. And that's our priority aspect.
Let's just wind it back to BBCI for a minute. The reason that the state's had difficulty engaging that issue is that the Act which you're incorporated under doesn't actually prescribe what happens when an association essentially becomes dysfunctional. It doesn't provide for the state to intervene.
Exactly, and we've been waiting for the last 6 years to find out why. I mean, we as community people have been living in these conditions.
There's a problem in the management of the corporation. You can go back to your registry office and you can ask them to come and intervene to help you sort out your legal matters, and as in running a corporation. I mean, it's written on our registration.
On the incorporation.
Incorporation papers, exactly.
And the last 6 years, we've actually been sitting and occupying this area and trying to look at ways at how we can better our livelihood, solely and still waiting and depending on the information that has actually led us into this situation in the first place. Yeah. We are still sitting here, and we as community-based people truly still don't understand. We've engaged in certain meetings with government, and we've requested and we've also demanded that state and federal government come to the table and meet us. There wasn't a legitimate legal body, but there was a voluntary focus group that was created in this group to just represent people's interests. And that was our reference committee, that was our steering group. And that steering group may not have been a legal, body, but it was some sort of, focus group to collect people's concerns and thoughts and give some sort of direction into regards to essential services.
Yeah.